Good morning, everybody. John Cronin, Executive Chairman of Cyan Technologies, and welcome and thank you very much for coming to listen to what we're all about today. The disclaimer that Richard's mentioned for being on the AIM market, he's already done that, so it's ditto here to save a bit of time. I've only got 10 minutes to actually talk with you this morning, so it's an overview. We are on stand 45 and we do have slide packs for you to take away. So in a nutshell, what does Cyan do? Well, Cyan's all about providing communications and the software to utilities in global markets, especially the emerging markets, and actually saving the utilities from actually theft and technical losses. And I'll give an example of India, where they lose billions of dollars a year through not having the right solution, unlike what we're doing in the UK with smart metering, which is all about the green issues and the carbon issues. So the areas that we actually work in today is smart metering, which is a mesh network for consumers, for residential homes, taking that information back to the utility. And we not only do that for electricity, we do it for gas and for water. We also have a solution for managing lights and controlling lights. And this enables then the local authorities and also people like Coca-Cola and their big plants to manage their vast array of lights more effectively and efficiently to keep the cost down, the power down. So for instance, at 4 o'clock in the morning when traffic is slow or not much traffic on the road, you can dim the lights by 50%, therefore saving quite a lot of power. And we have this deployed in places in China and also in Brazil. The markets that we work in today in the emerging markets is India, China, Africa, and also in Brazil. And we are looking at other markets to expand. And we have a lot of people now knocking on our door, which is good, asking us to look at other parts of the world. So this is what they lose in India, $32 billion a year. A huge amount of money that they lose. This is where they've generated electricity, they've distributed the electricity to individuals, but they're not collecting the cash. Our system will allow them to identify who's using the electricity, send them a bill and collect the cash. So 32 billion is about 50% loss of what they generate. And that 50% generation is equivalent in India and also in Brazil, not about 30% in China. So you can see there's a real problem that we're trying to fix here. And that's our solution that helps identify in India something like 16 billion of that 32 is stolen. So we have a solution that will enable events to happen for us to track those events. We know exactly when somebody's tampering with a meter and stop those losses. Send a man in a van, that is, to correct that stolen electricity and put it right, and that won't reoccur going forward. So the solutions that we have in twofold. One is the smart metering solution. They're actually going from putting a module, a radio module, into your home meter. It goes over a data concentrator unit, picking up 200 devices. It backhauls them with some software over the internet or through Ethernet into the billing system of the utility. Somebody then in a call center can sit there, look exactly the spend that's being used in real time, can have a two-way conversation for time of day usage, put incentives out there to the consumer to ask them to, and give them financial incentives to use the electricity at different times of day, and also looking at then for the utility offering analytics, and also prepaid metering. Now, prepaid metering in the emerging markets hasn't really taken off yet, but we have a solution for that. If you can remember the mobile world when it was all postpaid, when it got to prepaid, the mobile world just shot off. It just really took off. And that's what we're going to find with prepaid solution that we just launched with one of our customers in India with one of the contracts that we won in the last 6 months. We then have a lighting solution, which actually, those are the lights equivalent in the street. We put a radio module in them. That then gives us all the information and the controls to manage them remotely, turn them off at 2 o'clock in the morning or dimming them if need be, and saving the power to the local authorities. How big are the markets that we were operating? Huge. I mean, that's probably a good way of saying it. You can see on the metering, just on the residential excluding business, 167 million metres to go at. And it's just starting. Give an example, there's only 27 million electricity meters in the UK. So you can see all these countries we operate in are larger and bigger than the UK. And they have a different problem, as you can see, that we're solving for them because of the stolen electricity and the technical losses they've got. On the lighting side, you can also see a huge amount there with low penetration. There's less than 1% of lights in the world that's gone to smart lighting. So again, we're really at the forefront of the technology where it's been rolled out and accepted by the governments of the world to do something about this. In the countries we operate, where we are in India, you can see now we've taken orders, we've set up local manufacturing, we're now going for scale and deploying more growth and more scale in India. In Brazil, again, we're setting up today the local manufacturers to invest. We've got pilots running. In China, we've actually deployed pilots. We've got orders in lighting. And only recently have we talked about entering Africa, where already we've got pilots working with Vodacom and Xlink through our Vodafone relationship that we have on a worldwide basis. And also we're getting approaches now from Eastern and Southern Europe, which is encouraging in those countries. This just shows some of the countries in the world where we've got orders and pilots. As I say, in the last 6 months, we've won in India the first 3 major advanced metering infrastructure over our platform called 865. These are the first orders. We won the first public order that come out in January this year for £1 million order. That comes from CESC, which is a utility in Mysore in India, down the south of India. And we've also won Tata Power, and most of you will know Tata is a big name. We've actually successfully deployed over 4,000 metres today with actually, what's important, 100% reading, because that's why they want it, be able to read it, manage it, take the information in and do something about it by improving their infrastructure. So that's a real success for us going forward, and we're really excited about the other opportunities that we have in these countries we operate in. Today, this is the executive team and the non-execs here. Peter Mains was the CEO for Census. Census is a 1.5 billion value company based in the US, and they do smart water. So he's got a lot of experience of deploying major networks in the world, and he's helping us in the emerging markets with his experience. Harry Berry, New Venture Partners, a VC, lots of experience at BT Brightstar at spinning companies out, going from small companies to large companies. He's helping us with this. 2 additional people on the right there, Mark Coyle and Vikash Kashyap has joined us. Mark actually come from Silver Springs Networks, a big US player, market cap around about 600 million. They actually provide in the Western world some solutions. They don't have a solution like we do for the Western world at the price point we have, and that's significant. We're about 10 times less their price point. Low power, low cost, really what the emerging markets want. A UK Cambridge company building what actually the emerging markets want in the emerging markets and creating that value. And that's exciting from our point of view. The growth that we got so far, and if you like, the company reinvented itself a few years back. We probably could have rebranded, but we decided to keep the name. So where we are today with live orders with customers, commercial orders, we've invested something like $10.7 million to get this far. So if anybody knows anything about software, that's only a small amount of money to actually work and operate in the largest markets in the world and be accepted, and the technology being deployed. So the faith that we have in it, that I have in it, I'll put £250,000 of my own money into the company. So has the Chief Financial Officer, and so has John Reed, another non-exec. So between us, we put £750,000 into equity because we believe in what we have. And we know these markets are really excited. We've got the price point, we've got the technology, and we've got the markets to go at. I'll leave it at that. We're on stand 45. We've got presentations if you want copies of it. I'm up there now if you need any more questions. And thanks for listening. Appreciate it.